Welcome to Tech Webcast, Australia's leading technology show. Download our iPhone app, www.techwebcast.info. Welcome to episode 129 of the Tech Webcast podcast, recorded on Saturday, the 4th of July, 2011. 4th of June, 2011. Today's webcast is recorded live every Saturday and rebroadcast on Aussie Tech Heads on Thursday nights at 7. Today's hosts are Brad and Jason, with our special guest, Mark from Remixation and the ShowYou app. How you doing, Brad?
Hey, what's up, Jason?
I don't know what month it is, man.
Yeah, I don't know either. Tonight, today, whatever. I don't know, whatever.
4th of July.
Yeah.
Looking forward to fireworks and stuff, man.
Yeah, same. What's been happening, mate? How's your week been?
Hey, yeah, week's been pretty good. Not going to be around next week, but
right.
You'll have great.
Actually, we're going to have actually John back on next week. It's a fill in for you, so that's going to be good. Yeah, he's going to come back on.
Interesting.
Yeah. So he's going to fill in for you, and we're good to have
a bit of something different.
Yeah. This week, not much has been happening. I bought a new TiVo remote.
Yep.
Apparently, you can't get them over here, so I have to buy them off eBay. So I bought one of them.
How much was that?
About $90.
Yep. You think it was worth it? Better than the other one?
Well, I hope it works. I haven't got it yet, so I just hope it works.
Is that the one with the keyboard? Or
yeah,
what?
it is.
Yep.
With the keyboard, yep.
It'll make it much easier when you're looking for something.
Yeah, I just hear people been saying it may not work because it's the Bluetooth and may not have the right firmware or something in the TiVo or something, but...
Let us know.
I'll let you know. And also I got the new
Trying out Xbox.
Yeah, Xbox, and also got the new Dirt 3 game the other day. Great game. I love that game. Been playing it all this morning.
Yeah.
It's great fun.
Just car racing around track or something?
Yeah, it's car racing and that sort of stuff. And yeah.
What makes it better than the other ones you've got? You like Blur and stuff?
Yeah, Blur. It's better graphics and just more funner, and you can post stuff on YouTube and that sort of thing, and
do some showing off to your friends.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you can.
Watch this burnout I did, dude.
Yeah, and then
totally rocks.
And then you can just show it on YouTube, send it to YouTube, which is good.
Awesome.
Which is fun.
Yeah.
So, all right, we got Mark from the ShowYou app. What's up, Mark?
Hey, hello.
Hello.
Hey. Welcome to the show.
Welcome to Tech Webcast.
Well, thanks for having us.
So, what is ShowYou app if people don't know what that is?
Tell us about it.
Yeah, tell us.
Yeah,
about it.
It's an app we just launched about 5-6 weeks ago. It works on your iPhone and your iPod Touch and your iPad. And if you have an Apple TV, it also works on your TV using AirPlay. And it does a couple things. The main thing it does, you sign up with Twitter or Facebook, and it pulls in all the videos that your friends are sharing on those networks. And on the iPad, it presents the videos in this really cool two-dimensional grid that you can pan through. It's like this endless grid of videos, a little bit like navigating through Google Maps, where you just keep panning through it. And then you're seeing videos from your friends on these social networks, and then you start to see videos from other ShowYou members that we've kind of picked algorithmically and think that might be interesting. And you can just tap videos to watch, and you can play them on your TV if you have an Apple TV, as I mentioned. It's just a great way for people to find and discover video.
Cool. And how did you come up with the name for the application?
Well, it's funny. Our company's been around for a little over 4 years now, and we've run our website called VodPod that's also in the video space. And when we started VodPod, I had bought the name ShowYou.com when we started the company. I guess about 5 years ago. And we were thinking about what to name our first product. And YouTube at that point was really, really popular. This was in 1996, 1997. And we thought, it's a little too close to YouTube. Let's not use ShowYou. We'll put that on the back burner. And then last fall, when we started working on this app, we kind of were sitting around the conference room table thinking about what to call it. And one of the guys remembered that we owned ShowYou.com, and it was a great moment because I'd forgotten about it, to be honest. And one of the other guys remembered we had it in our stash of domains, and it was perfect. It was just what we wanted for the app, and so that's how we came up with the name.
Cool. Jason, any questions for Mark?
Yeah, and then how did you come up with the app idea for the app itself?
Well, so the history of the company is we've been working in the online video space for a while, and what VodPod does is it allows people to collect video from the web and then share those videos that they're collecting anywhere they want. So we had a lot of bloggers using us to collect videos to then share out on their blogs or their websites. And when we started thinking about building ShowYou, the thing we thought about VodPod was it is great for curating all this video, which is then great in turn for people wanting to find video. But it was this weird mixed message because you're do you tell people about curating video or do you tell people about discovering video? And so with ShowYou, we really wanted to focus on leveraging curation, but where you could not have to say that to anyone. You could provide all the benefits of people's curatorial efforts on Twitter and Facebook, and where it was really just about watching video. So that was kind of the start of how we began thinking about the app. And I can tell you more from there, but that was the kind of the idea or the genesis of our thinking.
Sweet. And it just runs on the iPhone and iPad at this stage?
iPhone, iPad, iPod Touch, and then also on the TV, as I mentioned, if you have an Apple TV. And next week we'll be making some updates, and we'll have some news to share about other places you can run it. So
awesome.
More coming.
Cool.
Now, the videos that curated and added into the streams, they just come from anywhere on the internet?
Well, right now they come from three places. They're either videos that are hosted on YouTube, that are hosted on Vimeo, or TED videos. And then we're going to be working over the coming weeks and months to expand the range of sources where you can have videos. But as you guys probably know, one of the interesting things about iOS is that it doesn't have Flash, and so it definitely it's a different environment than the web, and you have to limit the range of videos that you can provide. So we thought we'd start at a real safe kind of bet on those three, because all the videos on those services will work pretty seamlessly on the iPhone and the iPad.
Cool. Now, the videos that you do get submitted, is the app in the App Store has been rated? It probably wouldn't be for kids because you never know what kind of videos might be shared out, really, do you?
Well, actually, it's pretty safe because the sources are YouTube, Vimeo, and TED. Right there, you're not. All of those sites have some decent restrictions in place, and you're not getting. It's hard to get stuff that's totally inappropriate. Obviously, there's some stuff on YouTube that isn't great for little kids. But then we take some additional steps beyond that to try and make sure that we're filtering out at least to the main areas of ShowYou that anyone would encounter, anything that might be inappropriate. What your friends might happen to share on their Facebook feeds or on their Twitter feeds, you never know. So you need to take some care and judgment in that. And that'll depend on what your friends are sharing. But in terms of stuff that you might encounter in the app that's not coming from your friends, it's relatively safe.
So just to make it clear for people, it's not a place for you to store your videos, but it's to share videos that you've seen in other places.
Yeah, what it really is just a place to find videos that you might want to watch on your iPad. I think one of the frustrations people have had is there's now so much content being uploaded to YouTube. I think the latest they announced was 48 hours of video every minute gets uploaded to YouTube. And so we're just flooded with all this video, and it's hard to find the good stuff. And so what we're trying to do with ShowYou is pull out all the stuff that your friends are signaling, or the things that your friends signal are worth watching, and present that to you in a really easy to use interface.
Right.
So you don't have to go kind of hunting and pecking to find the good videos out there.
And I saw it's got different categories you can select from, all videos or just your friends' streams, and sort of narrow it down a bit.
Yeah, exactly. And we're going to be doing more of that over the coming months, where we're going to provide more ways to filter that grid, so you can see different views basically, and you can imagine where we might go in terms of being able to navigate by hashtag or topic, and maybe even by featured users or publishers.
Mm-hmm. And I guess Twitter lists would be useful too.
Yeah, that's interesting. We've definitely gotten a few requests for support for Twitter lists, and something we're considering for sure.
And what's your role at Remixation?
So I'm one of three founders of the company, and the other folks on the team. Basically, my role is I'm the dead weight, which means I'm the CEO. Um, I'm the one guy who on the team who doesn't write any code. Everyone else is, we're all product guys, but I'm the one who's kind of probably more conceptual and strategic, and the other guys, yeah, organizer.
Make sure they keep doing the good work.
Something like that, make sure that we've got good food to eat in the kitchen, and the lights are on and the bills are paid. But I also like to spend a lot of time thinking about the product, and then the other guys are all product guys, and we're a real product focused team.
Cool. So was this originally created to help promote your other network, or is it just something you wanted to do to help out with video sharing?
Well, we're a company. We're trying to build a big company, and what we felt last year as we were looking at the tablet and the mobile market was that it was clearly going to be the future for people, finding and watching video, and we felt that we couldn't just stay based as a web company. We had to make the move, and the time was right to do that. And then secondly, we thought, let's build something specific for this platform rather than trying to take VodPod, which is a web application, and cram it into a mobile or tablet platform. So we said, let's build an entirely new product that does this one thing really, really well, which is make it easy to find and watch video. So that was kind of the thought. And it ties together with VodPod, but it totally exists independently of it, and you don't have to use VodPod to take advantage of ShowYou and vice versa.
Cool.
All right, very interesting. Good stuff, mate. And have you got much competition out there with other applications besides this one, or have you been getting a lot of downloads and stuff?
Yeah, we've been getting great downloads, and we've seen some other apps that are out there that are doing similar things. And I'll let the market kind of judge which app is doing the best job or the most suited, for people's needs. But so far, we feel pretty confident about our app, and are really focused on just trying to make ShowYou as good as it possibly can be, and not get too distracted by what other folks are up to.
Cool. And someone wants to know, is it coming on the Android soon?
No comment, no plans to announce right now on the Android, but that's definitely, we're thinking hard about that.
Cool. All right.
I wonder what people think about WebOS coming in the future, if it's going to be a worthwhile programming for that. I guess we just have to wait and see what happens with the market.
Yeah, I think we wait and see what happens. We'll see, HP's got to get their tablet out there based on that, and, we'll see what's happening.
The only thing we've seen recently is the video that SanDisk was showing off one of the WebOS tablets.
Yeah, I saw that same video, and it's definitely intriguing. And then you've got, the Windows Phone and Windows Mobile 7 stuff, and
Windows 8.
Windows 8, excuse me.
It looks like a tablet OS by itself without, even on a desktop, it looks like a tablet OS design.
That's right. And so we're going to be paying close attention to all those platforms. But in the end, we're pretty focused, and we're a small startup, and so we can't do everything. You don't
want to spread yourself too thin, do you?
Yeah, and our first, we kind of felt like, iOS is clearly the leading mobile and without a doubt the leading tablet OS. Let's do a great job on that platform, and then we'll start to think about others.
Cool. All right. And what else has been happening, Mark? Any other updates, mate? Do you own an iPad and stuff? I take you do. What's your favourite app you use?
Oh, that's a great question.
Besides ShowYou.
Yeah, besides ShowYou.
I do use ShowYou a lot. Well, there's a service here in the States you probably are familiar with called Hulu.
Yep.
And obviously Netflix you know about. I think those are both, different types of video apps, but really great. And I'm really excited about all the innovation going on in the video space. And I've been in this business for a while, so it's particularly fun and gratifying to see it all start to achieve kind of critical mass in a very big way with Netflix in particular. So those are two I use quite a bit. I'm a big Twitter app user. That's probably both on the phone and on the iPad. I use Twitter. I'm a big fan of Flipboard. I can't say that I use it religiously every day, but I think it's a beautifully designed app for sure. And then, I'm like everybody else. I'll have my 45-minute session with Angry Birds once in a while.
I was going to say Angry Birds.
Yeah.
It's even coming to Roku now.
Yeah. It's a great, lovely app for the iPad, I think. And I dabble in a lot of apps all the time. I'm constantly in and out. Unfortunately, I don't have my iPad right in front of me. I'd sit there and start scrolling through it. But those are the ones off the top of my head that I think I probably use the most. But ShowYou, of course, is at the top of the list.
Yeah, exactly. And then Flipboard.
Yeah.
I think being a video company, do you have concerns with all the ISPs in the US starting to put caps on now, like we've always had?
Yeah, no, that's an interesting question. And so far, I have concerns, yes. So far, it doesn't seem to be having a direct impact on people's habits. But what you worry about is, you see the growth of Netflix, where it's already 30% of downstream traffic in prime time here in the States. And, if the caps are, really enforced, then it's going to stifle growth for sure. So I do worry about that. And we're just going to have to keep a close eye on it. And in the end, there's hopefully enough money for people to make that the problem gets solved. But we'll see. We'll see how it all plays out.
Cool as, mate. Good stuff. Okay, Let's jump over to some tech news, Jason. What's been happening the past week?
Facebook and Twitter users face a new security headache from an Android app that allows anyone to hack social media accounts at public Wi-Fi spots. The developer of the FaceNiff app, Bartosz Ponokiewicz, says on his website that the app is for educational purposes only and urges users not to install it if it's illegal in their country. I expect that would be most countries. FaceNiff enables an Android smartphone to detect any unsecured Facebook or Twitter login made on the same Wi-Fi network by desktop or laptop using a standard web browser. The app is a major security risk as it allows hackers access to a user's private contact details and those of all their friends. Using the app, it would be possible for hackers to collect personal information needed for identity theft simply while having a coffee at an internet cafe. FaceNiff needs to be sideloaded onto an Android device that allows root or super user access to the device. While some users would not be capable of configuring root user access on their Android phones, many would, and a list of compatible phones is listed on the developer's website. The developer claims the app works not only on open networks, but Wi-Fi networks secured by WEP, WPA-PSK, and WPA2-PSK network protocols. The developer's website says the app can be used to access Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Amazon, and Nadzaklaska, a Polish version of Facebook with new stuff coming soon. FaceNiff, however, is understood not to work if social media is accessed with HTTPS secure protocol. Facebook and Twitter by default do not automatically use HTTPS browsing, and users have to activate it. Queensland University of Technology security expert Professor Bill Cayley said users who install FaceNiff can run the risk of being hacked themselves, as there was nothing to guarantee that a hacker's app wasn't stealing their own information. You have no idea whether or not the app is invading your own privacy and sending information off to other sites. That's a bit of a worry there for a security issue.
Yep.
Microsoft has given the first glimpse of its new operating system at a tech conference in California, saying the software will run on both tablets and personal computers. For now, the operating system is called Windows 8. It was revealed at the All Things Digital D9 conference at a resort in Rancho Palos Verdes, California. Microsoft executives said that as mobile devices have gotten more powerful, they're able to run a full version of Windows. The operating system is a touch first, which means it responds to finger swipes like other tablets, but will also respond to keyboards and mouses if they are attached. The home screen consists of various blocks of applications and looks like the Windows Phone interface. Executives said more details will be unveiled at the company's developers conference in September. It looks like one to keep an eye out for.
Yeah, sure.
Facebook may take on Google in the search engine market in the near future, according to its Australian boss Paul Borrad. When asked whether the company could enter the search market engine business, Mr. Borrad said, just as long as what we do benefits the user and doesn't take away from overall experience. Last year, Google generated 99% of their monthly $2 billion revenue from advertising, of which over 65% was from searches. By comparison, Facebook raked in $1.86 billion for all of 2010, explaining their eagerness to enter the search market and why the concept of a social search is the next big thing in the search engine market. Mr. Borrad said Australia is the number one country in the world in terms of average time spent on Facebook. His goals for the future of the site involves leveraging Facebook for what it is really good at, to keep the 68% of the local users returning to the site daily. Australia has 10.4 million active internet users, the highest rate per capita in the world. The images began arriving on Joshua Kaufman's inbox. The grainy photos are low-lit and intimate. A man curled up on a couch, sound asleep. The same man propped up against pillows on a bed, shirtless. Who is this stranger sitting with Mr. Kaufman's stolen laptop? Mr. Kaufman collected the images and took them to police, who did not help him. So he went online, publishing the pictures on Twitter and a blog titled, "This Guy Has My Macbook.tumblr.com." People who followed me on Twitter retweeted it. It got picked up by social media and the press, and it went super viral, he said. On the same day that he posted his website on Twitter, police came calling. Police on Tuesday arrested a 28-year-old cab driver, Muthana Aldabashi. Yesterday, Mr. Kaufman picked up his laptop from the police. Mr. Kaufman said he was surprised and amazed when he began receiving images of the man using his laptop. His case is the latest example of people, not police, using technological tools to help find their own stolen property, such as cars, cell phones, and digital cameras. He had just moved to a new apartment in Oakland when a burglar broke in, taking a laptop, a bag, an electronic book reader, and a bottle of gin on March 21. He activated the theft tracking software he had installed, which began sending photos taken by the computer's built-in camera of the unauthorized user 3 days later. I wasn't sure if it would work because I've never tested it before, he said. Most of the images were honestly really boring photos, people staring onto the screen, but some were definitely more humorous. Among them was a screenshot of the man logging onto his Gmail account, which showed an email that appeared to include the name of a business. A quick internet search revealed it was a cab company in nearby Berkeley, which Mr. Kaufman assumed was the man's workplace. He submitted the information to police, but they said they were unwilling to help and didn't respond to numerous follow-up emails. I know a stolen computer is small in the larger scheme, but it would be nice to feel like you actually cared, he tweeted 3 days after the break-in. Mr. Kaufman said he turned to the internet because he became frustrated and thought I should try and get some attention from the media. He posted some of the photos, including captions such as, "I really don't want to know what this guy is doing with my MacBook," for the image of the shirtless man in bed. He said he received a call from Oakland Police spokeswoman Holly Joshi on the day he included a link to his blog. Ms. Joshi said she first heard about the case after receiving calls from media outlets Tuesday. From that point on, they seemed to be on my side completely, he said of the police. They were apologetic, and they continually told me that they would be doing something about it immediately. Ms. Joshi blamed the large volume of theft reports Oakland police receive, about 2,400 a month, for 3 theft investigators, and human oversight for the department's failure to follow up on Mr. Kaufman's leads. It was filed away, she said. It had leads, so it shouldn't have been filed away. Police arranged a cab ride from Mr. Aldabashi and nabbed him when they recognised his face. He was being held in Oakland jail on $20,000 bail, according to Alameda County Sheriff's Office. Laptop return was a culmination of a one-man crusade of online sleuthing, social networking, and moments of voyeuristic creepiness added by the software called Hidden. The software, part LoJack, part NannyCam, is equipped with location positioning software. Many portable electronics, including some digital cameras, are now equipped with wireless internet capability and automatic geographic tagging of any photo taken, a helpful tool when trying to see where a thief has been hanging out. It's a step beyond the LoJack system invented 2 decades earlier that emitted a signal from a stolen vehicle. Mr. Joshi said the investigators did not know whether Mr. Aldabashi robbed Mr. Kaufman's apartment, noting that stolen merchandise often changes hands. Mr. Aldabashi is scheduled to be arraigned tomorrow. And a teenager in China sold one of his kidneys to buy an iPad 2, Chinese newspaper The Global Time reports. The 17-year-old boy, identified by the surname Zhang, searched the internet and found a buyer who was willing to pay 22,000 yuan, that's $3,400, for the organ. Without telling his family of his plans, he travelled north of his home in eastern Anhui province to a hospital in the city of Shenzhou in the Hunan province, where he was operated on under the supervision of a kidney-selling agent. His mother's suspicions were aroused when his son returned home with an iPad 2 and an iPhone, and Zheng, who was left with a deep scar from the surgery, was forced to admit what he did. She took him back to Shenzhou to report the crime, but the contact numbers the kidney agents gave Zheng were not working. The hospital, which admitted to contracting out its urology department to a businessman, denied any connection with the kidney removal operation. Now, that's one hardcore Apple fan right there.
It is indeed. God, that's
crazy. I've heard of people saying, oh, yeah, I'd sell my kidney for an iPad, but I don't think they were quite that literal.
No, I wouldn't go that far to get an iPad.
I'm going to keep my organs, thanks.
Yeah, same. What's your view on that story, Mark?
Yeah, it seems a little extreme to me, getting into the organs for iPad's business. It's not good.
No.
He's not going to be drinking too many beers in the future, I expect.
No.
No, I don't think so. All right, so that's it for the news, mate?
Yeah.
All right, good stuff. All right, we'll get some recorded news off you next week because you won't be on next week, will you? That's correct?
That's right, yeah.
All right, we'll get some recorded stuff off you if you've got time. And Mark, where can they find you on the internet, mate, before we go?
Well, I'm twitter.com/Mark Hall, MarkHall. It's the easiest way to find me.
Wicked.
And then ShowYou is ShowYou.com.
All right, and the ShowYou app is on Twitter. Just ShowYou app.
Yeah, ShowYou app on Twitter.
That's it. Cool. And can't wait for next week for the update. That's going to be very interesting in what's going to happen. That's going to be pretty cool.
Yeah, I think you're going to like it.
Right. Okay, and you can find me on Twitter at Brad Oz and Tech Webcast. And Jason, where can I find you, mate?
Yep, you can check out my website, jasonoakley.me, and on Twitter, Warlock, WAULOK, and check out bluebilby.com for iPhone stuff.
Cool. Any updates on the iPhone stuff, mate? Any apps coming out soon?
I've been doing some articles and things on there at the moment while I'm working on some ideas for apps in the future.
Cool. Good stuff. All right, well, this has been episode 129. Jason won't be on next week in his place. John's going to be on.
So I'll see you in a couple of weeks.
See you in a couple of weeks, mate. Thanks for being on, Mark.
That's right.
Thanks, Mark.
Hey, appreciate it. It was a lot of fun.
All good, mate.
Let's do it again.
We'll do.
We will. Yeah, we'll have you on after the new update and have a chat about the new features. That sounds exciting.
You are listening to yet another one of the fine members of the Tech Podcast Network. If it's tech, it's here. Find more of the member shows over at techpodcasts.com.
This is Tech Webcast.
Computers.
Technology.
Gadgets.
And other geeky stuff.
It's on iTunes. It's awesome.
And it's from the future.
Follow us at twitter.com/techwebcast.
And
on Facebook. And check techwebcast.info for info. Tech Webcast.
Turn on, tune in, drop on.